Thank you so much, gentlemen. Yes, scene set for map 2, Mirage, and it's do or die for FaZe Clan. They've got the upper bracket still, so the lower bracket lies in wait for the loser of this match, but there is a lot of apprehension surrounding FaZe coming into map 2.
Yeah, they just didn't show up in Inferno at all. North looks excellent. It's their map pick, sure. They picked it up, but the scoreline doesn't matter too much. If FaZe can bounce back here, they should be able to take us to a third. We will see. Molotov towards the window here as FaZe will start on the T side. And Gade, he's exploring for information here. They've done so well in that kind of discipline of the game. But towards the B side we go. It is going to be the PD50 of Nico. And he does indeed have armor as well. Doesn't seem to matter. We'll take no damage there. Instant headshot towards Kiabi.
With that advantage, they look to just hold fire. Yugi actually managed to catch an equalizer on Rain from behind. Nico's P250, it's an armored P250 at that, has found 2 before Valda. And from behind, Gade strikes. His aggression was rewarded, but only slightly, and so a 2v2. Everyone's smooth moves is getting them frags. Guardian no different, and Olaf will be able to catch Valda before he does any more damage. A solid round from FaZe.
Yeah, it was looking like he could have fallen apart there with the Gade push towards the B apartments. He was certainly worth 2 there. USP can be a little bit of a cruel mistress sometimes. Managed to get that single frag, and it's FaZe with the tech pause again. They like a tech pause, the FaZe boys, don't they?
I've honestly been casting for 2 days now. I think the only tech pause I've seen has been for FaZe.
I've had the same sentiment for the last 3 months.
How does this happen?
I don't know with FaZe. It always seems to be these guys, but it looks like it's all ready to go. It's a quick one.
Oh, good.
So we'll see if there's a force bite in response here from North. Doesn't look to be the case so far. I've just seen one P250 purchase. I think that was on Gade. Indeed it is, and that's all they're going to bring in. He got a frag. That's $300, so he essentially gets a P250 for free. And we get into the next round. It's going to be a 5-man stack towards A. Sort of rounds you really don't want to give up here. Olaf Meister knows it. He'll get himself in a defensive position. Spots a lot of them down to 7 HP. Knife out, trying to survive. If he gets one more, he'll be happy with it. And they only lose 1 kill there. That's absolutely fine. Bit of a throwaway round for North there. Just try and push through. See if you get a couple of kills maybe. They got 1. It's they're going to buy now and actually have the orb for Yugi. So there we go.
Every dollar counts. My goodness. The fact that he didn't treat himself to that P250 in the same way Gade did does enable him to have an AWP. He's got the big fat goose egg, $0, and he's ready to be jumping into this one. Yugi actually got a couple of extra points for that kill on Olaf as well. Every penny counts. A smoke and an AWP for him. And let's see how this one starts to shape up. Very much a non-A lean. 3 fast out middle. They're charging. And Rain, he's going to find Yugi early. That's the AWP gone before he could even fire a bullet. AZ, he's flashed. He won't be able to support short. So it all falls to one man. Kiabi's only going to get 1. Now they start to pincer. Neo's already going to be getting that bomb down on B. In the meantime, Valda and AZ, they can't even get out of the A site.
Perfect call here from FaZe, Alex. They know that not everything's going to be out. We talked about this in Inferno. If you force buy in the 3rd round instead of the 2nd, sure, you have a chance of breaking the 3-0 here, but you don't have helmets. You don't have the incendiaries, the defuse kits, and if they do have the bonus set up like FaZe did there with Mac 10s, they're going to throw a very aggressive fast round at you. They get in that connector. Mac 10s are doing serious damage if you let them get that close. Yugi was glass cannon as well. The fact he's facing connector, if 1 bullet hits him, it's not so much he's taking so much damage, it's the aim punch, right? As soon as you hit a bullet and in his torso, anywhere in his body, that scope's flicking up and there's not much he can do, and he got taken down very quickly there. That's obviously why it's called the glass cannon. Can be very powerful, but it also has a lot of vulnerabilities. So a bit more of a partial buy now. They'll be encroaching on maximum loss bonus. Next round, we get some CZs and 3 sets of Kevlar.
Does a glass cannon fire glass bullets?
Not quite. I think that's in the next patch.
Okay, cool.
They're bringing that in.
Oh, no, but I was just wondering, you know, is it firing like a normal cannonball, this cannon? In this analogy, it's firing a glass cannonball?
It's firing normal cannonballs. It's just extremely brittle.
It could break.
Yeah,
AZ
exactly.
Does manage to catch Guardian. Still a feat of engineering. There's no doubt about it.
It's going to be, though, the first kill, like you said, for AZ, and that's significant. They're the partial buy right now. They take down Guardian. So it all slows down. Nico, very good in these sort of scenarios. Just picking up 1 frag and surviving. There it is. Gets the kill. Wasn't the cleanest, but he survives. Doesn't take any damage for it. Now he's going for his trademark taps towards CT spawn. Molotov's deployed. It looks like these things are under control. Unless Kiabi can do a ton of damage. He did do pretty well there. Needed to find a kill, I would say, to stand a chance of winning the round. That might help things out, though. Gade has been playing very well this series. Steals 1 away with the 5-7. And unfortunately, all that damage is in vain. They do not get much more than the 2 2 frags, Nico with 3 in total, and it's 4-0 for FaZe as North, like I said, maximum loss bonus now, and it's Yugi with an AWP and indeed Kevlar. So a bit stronger this time, and 1 kit is available.
Nico's always looked fierce on Mirage. I mean, he's looked fierce on every map, but Mirage in particular, and now no leadership burdens on him, he truly can have a lot more freedom to do what he loves to do on this map. Clearing those corners, getting those frags on A is exactly what he loves.
Yeah, Mirage is, I would say, he's the poster boy of the map, especially with that Palace position. Like, watch out for that as this game develops. He's an absolute beast. Everyone knows he does it. It doesn't seem to matter. It's Yugi, though, who finds the gap in the smoke. He'll find olofmeister to kick things off. There's a quick pounce towards A. FaZe trying to answer back quickly, but it's Vauda isolated now. Surely he isn't worth more than 1. Guardian confirms it, and the retake will have to begin. Yugi still in spawn. He hits Guardian. That looked like it was right in his back. It must have clipped through the box, and we'll see him try and survive. Now it's all about self-preservation. The Molotov will land in an awkward position. There's a slight gap there, hoping he can really capitalize upon that. Bomb not planted yet, but damage being inflicted towards FaZe.
Neo is in so much trouble there. 2 CTs coming from the connector side. The smoke faded. Yugi's done enough to keep Nico locked in Palace. He has to worry about that. Guardian's been promising he's got it covered, and well, that didn't quite work out. Just a slither of CT is all it needs. And Nico, well, we talked about Palace, we talked about one taps and his affinity on this map. He's got 50 seconds to give us a tutorial. Flash off for stairs. He's going to be caught by Kirby, and that's the first for North.
Brave moves from Kirby there to challenge Nico, but I respect it. The North are looking like they're here to win. They want to get this 2-0. It's a rough start, but that's a really solid round there. The AWP coming to life. You could see it was awkward for Yugi, but he's landing his shots, and we're waiting to see him really come online fully. Like in 2017, he really was like star level AWPer. We haven't really seen it in North as of yet, but it's going to come eventually, and hopefully this map he can really pop off and show us what he's capable of. As we get into round number 6, North looking to build up some finances here. They certainly haven't got them yet. A FAMAS there for Vauda as Guardian. He'll be looking towards the A round for anyone crossing over. Yugi and Connector, and Guardian waits patiently now for any sort of mistakes made from the CTs.
So the deep jungle smoke starts to pop. It's going to force some pushing from the CTs to get in place for what is going to be a rather brute force A take. Vauda, his feet are going to have very hot feet, and Neo puts a bullet in his brain. So the numbers don't favor FaZe, but they have got a degree of control in this site. They haven't left Tetris, and that's going to cause problems unless Olof can get under their skin. He has the spot, and AZ, he's got the idea, takes him down.
It was Kiabi that didn't actually get the kill on olofmeister, but he did spot him walking in towards Connector. That's why he could face with such conviction there and a pre-fire almost from AZ. He gets his second kill, and it's going to be a 4-on-2 now. But with Guardian up, Alex, really anything can happen. He'll be joined by Neo, who's already found the only frag in this round. And this is where Guardian comes into his own. Really had to land that to start believing in the prospect of this round. He does nail that one, but can't get the frag. Neo does, though, taking heavy damage. Guardian, if the bomb was down, he really would have a chance here. But to get that planted now, with it out being on his back, he could struggle. Smoke's coming through, and at this point, North is trying to avoid any shots he can make.
There is a gap he has to cross as he continues this walk, and, well, there's no one to hold it, so he can get this no-scope into the belly button of Gade. Now 1v2. Bomb still so far away. He could do a little bit of parkour to get there, but Kirby's going to have a smile on his face. There is no way Guardian is ready for this. The Dane with the floppy hair is about to strike, and bye-bye. 4-2, North find themselves their second, and it is so interesting to see just how well North are working as this unit. The amount, that double peek on CT, the amount of times FaZe have killed someone, start to look elsewhere, and there's a second right there behind him.
That's a very good point. The fact that the isolated player with the FAMAS gets that first kill, it felt like it was almost certainly going to be a trade for the FaZe side, right? But he's got the backup, it's there, the rifles are helping each other out, and that's what you need. The system on the A side is all about working off these vulnerabilities you will receive after finding a first pick. As soon as the comms on the T side is given, that your position is exposed, they're going to try and trade you out. So North setting up in a tremendous manner there, really impressive stuff, and they're whittling away at that money now. You can see the 3 AKs and 2, well, lesser weapons. You've got the UMP and the CZ. It's Rain that wields the pistol.
Hoping to see somewhat of a more contested affair than Inferno. It was all good for North. Was it 11 rounds on their T side? I think it was. It was a huge performance, that's for sure.
Yeah, 11-4 in the first half on the T side.
Now CT side, Mirage, and they start to forge an equalizer. Money starting to be broken as Hank has already outlined. Just a CZ for Rain. What's he going to be able to do with that on the T side?
Well, they are going to set up for an A execution here. That's normally the port of call when you have a weak buy. Olofmeister, in vain, almost trying to show any presence he can towards B. That's quite a telltale sign. You just fire off a couple of bullets just to show, I'm over here. It's not going to do much there in terms of pulling numbers over towards that side of the map. But you've got to try something, right? It's going to be a difficult round, whatever happens. He will go join the rest of his teammates towards the A side of the map. They're going to do the default smokes. You all know him by now. Jungle, steps, maybe CT spawn, go for the bomb plant and see what they can do after that.
So they start to rain in. Is it a double pump, though? Nope, they're coming with them. AZ is trying to find just anything he can work with. Does take Rain out of the equation, but that wasn't the firepower. The firepower lies with Nico and Guardian, and both of them connect. Valda, it's going to be traded. Guardian was ready for it, but the bomb plant was stopped, so now time becomes a factor. Kirby, Gade. That bomb can go down safely. It's in the hands of Nico, and he's going to... safely bite my tongue. I can no longer talk. Hank, 10 seconds. They can't plant.
I don't think they can. I think it might be done for here. Olofmeister does grab the bomb, but what does he do with this one now? He can't plant at this point, and the wall bang. I didn't want to get overhype it, but I was about to say he's going to wall bang this. I wanted to scream it. I wanted to shout at Alex.
For future reference, as we learn to cast with one another,
okay,
please shout.
I was going to say he's going to do it. I could just feel it. Like the fact that Nico was there with 20 HP, it's a common wall bang. You don't normally see like a ton of kills from it. It just seemed like it was a perfect storm.
Nico
there.
looked so hesitant as well.
Yeah,
I mean, the guys can't see it. I'm going to give you an impression. He kind of stood there like this.
Yeah, it's just like, should I plant this bomb?
Yeah.
I guess I have no options here. Like they had the cover from CT spawn, they had that covered. The only risk they had was the wall bang, and unfortunately for FaZe, it's perfect from North. Around, they essentially steal away. Guardian with so many great shots of the AK there, not quite enough, and now they will be the ones with the disadvantage. Pistols, one AK-47. They had one player survive in the previous round, so they have an AK-47 for Olofmeister. That's about as exciting as it gets here.
These rounds are hard to lose for FaZe. They get so close, they even have the leg up, but then the trades, then the time, it all starts to whittle away at the confidence and, well, the score. 3 rounds now for North. As we do see Gade keep track of Olofmeister. That's 3 in a row for the Danes in pursuit of their 4th as they get the advantage.
Remember, that's Olofmeister. He was the one with the AK and armor. So that's a big scalp to take. If you're going to find any of them, that's the best one to find to kick things off. Rain will find the AK, though. And now he has no Kevlar. So that aim punch we discussed before makes things a lot more difficult. And should be advantage North here. We'll see if there's anything at all.
Should be.
Now it definitely is, yeah. Without any utility, they've dropped 2 smokes. They're just going to make their way towards A, I assume. But CT spawn not covered. Little to no chance of finding more than 1 frag.
Have you ever spoken, publicly? I know you've said it to me before about your belief in Valda as a leader. Did you? Because you've spoken to him and you had, I could be mistaking you for someone else, but you talked to me a little bit about Valda being a character you think is attributed well to leadership.
I think he absolutely is. I feel like he has a really strong understanding of the game. He's a very patient and disciplined person. I don't think he's someone that's going to panic too much, and he's going to learn how to be a proper in-game leader within Counter-Strike over time. His numbers have dropped off since going into this role, but I think it will pick up. He is the star player. It was a difficult call to make, but the system that North are presenting right now, he's getting the most out of all of his players. It doesn't have to be the star anymore. So right now, sure, it might not be perfect, but it's working out very well for them. This is the best looking North we've seen in a long time.
And it's a combination, Chad talks about it often, about a combination of the slow and the fast, the pack mentality and the go do what you want Yugi. It does seem to be a good balance struck at the moment, and that, well, 1-0 up in this series, it's upper bracket. Playoffs on the horizon. Should they pick this one up and meet one more adversary?
And remember, they were 0-4 down as well, so they've done a great job of actually clawing their way back into this one. There is money there now for FaZe. I say that. You can see Olof with the MAC-10. It can be a useful weapon, difficult to get in a position to strike, but can be done with the correct utility. Grenade won't do a ton of damage, not quite going to make Olofmeister take much more than 8 damage there as they go back towards middle. FaZe Clan will have the AWP of Guardian as Gade will fire off shots towards B once again. Another nade sent down there. This time does nothing. Bomb will be towards middle. Rain coming in from the underpass. And we'll see if they want to go for the B split here. With Olofmeister still towards those apartments, I would suggest that's the portal call, but they're going to connect to first, but looks.
It's a different look, but AZ could have a look. I mean, 40 seconds, there's 3 in mid. This is going to be a boatload of information, or none, because Nico doesn't even let him have a single blink, a single frame of middle before he takes his head off. No information other than death. And now 4v4, Kirby gives Nico a similar treatment.
So that's going to push them back towards the A side. They were setting up for the B split there.
He's pushed out. He's pushed all the way through Valda. He started the flank, the dank flank, but with that death, it's a problem. Now the bomb can go down. 15 seconds, it's a wide open site. They can set themselves up, dig their heels in for this after plan.
Well, Olaf Meister now upgrades his Mach 10 to the Org. He's looking very good for FaZe there. Valda thought he had the godlike push there, but unfortunately, they did cancel their B split and went back through the connector and had the open site, as you mentioned. Now it's up to FaZe. This is their round to lose. They cannot give this one up. They've got such a huge advantage here. The retake will begin, and that shot should solidify things. We got to see Yugi go down. Same story for Gade, and now Kiabi isolated in CT spawn. This round is done, and we'll see if he can get any consolation frags at this stage.
Consolation. Post Malone's Congratulation is a real jam. I hate that I like it.
I do like some of his songs. I don't know that one.
It's not called Consolation.
Oh, is that why?
It's called Congratulations, yeah.
Right.
It was a real tangible link. But I'm glad we're going to stop talking about it and no one's listening, thankfully. I mean, that's good. That's always a relief, right?
Yeah, it's good.
No
This is a pre-recorded show, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
All
Yeah.
good.
We'll edit it in post. But 5-4, yes, this is a much better FaZe clan. Let's not forget, need I remind you, Inferno, they were 50% of the rounds they won were with, Force by Deagles and Eco.
Yes.
It was a 11-4 half. It was closed out quite quickly in the second. There's your TLDR. Looks like Mirage is going to be a little bit of a different slice of cake.
Absolutely. This is a CT-sided map, so FaZe are onto a winner here. It's their map pick. They've got 5 on the board already. Haven't quite broken the money just yet, but we have got a tactical time.
I think that might be the first for North. They didn't have to do it on Inferno. This is the first time they've had to take a moment, catch their breath.
Probably Inferno was going so well for them. I don't think they had to. After the second half and they had the pistol, it felt like it was very, very smooth. So, yes, got to decide how they set up at this point. I think the discussion mainly is whether they're going to try and force Yugi onto the AWP. They could have got another glass cannon now, but they've opted for 5 rifles from what I can see right now. Valda is picking up a weapon off the floor to see what he's got. Indeed, he's got the AUG. So maybe we'll see someone maybe push towards middle, underpass, something like that, just to kind of get that first pick. They know they're not fully equipped here. Yugi goes towards the window position, and they are going to maybe boost towards short. I see 2 players heading in that position. That'll be AZ and Kiabi. Will the boost come through? It's not, but they have got something up their sleeve. 2 players in CPL.
If they stay there, that's a nice little crossfire. They're going to have one drop on towards the cement bricks. You can catch connector once the smokes fade. Whether or not Rain commits, though, that determines how much Kiabi can succeed. He's already up connector. Neo 2, rather. Nico 2. Now Kiabi's position rather null and void until he starts to touch W.
All very quiet for now, but 3 players in that connector position. They start to make their assault towards the A side. Valda tucked in towards that shadow position, almost gets the second frag there. It's back and forth, but a 3 versus 2 lies in the favor of the Danes right now. Neo, joined by Nico, has to make this frag. AZ's on the other side, who's looking red hot right now, hitting absolutely every bullet, as Neo will have to be pushed back by the Molotov thrown in that position. Headshot delivered, but not much damage at all. Gade looking from the connector, can't deny the plant. 3 versus 2. Clutch begins for FaZe here. I'm not sure whether this is going to be one that works out for them. There's a smoke available, but headshots for FaZe.
And it's going to be down to Nico. Yugi did get tagged up by Neo in the process. It's a quick adjustment. Gade wasn't ready for it. Now a 1v1. Nico's low. He has to be precise. Yugi down to half. Jumping on top of the box. Nico may not be ready for it. Of course he's ready for it. Snaps to the head, and we got a 6th for FaZe.
Yeah, that's a really big round there. Nico delivers in the 2 versus 1. You could see him so aware of the possibility of the CT spawn player there. Really exciting plays from Nico coming through.
In their last outing on Mirage, they didn't win a single T round. Now they find themselves 6-4 up. That's a nice little tidbit.
Wow, look at this.
This was a quick adjustment.
So
he's looking...
Fires off that one shot, but just look at this. Snap to the head. Straight away. No problem. Yugi didn't stand a chance. So it has to be the full eco now for North. One that shouldn't be too much of an issue here for FaZe, but I always say that with bated breath these days. Seems to be a lot of full eco victories coming in the CSGO. But Neo will find that first frag with a Krieg. 5 versus 4, and there's no real stack here from the Danes, so should be a very smooth round here, as FaZe will have mid-control, slow it right down, wait for those reactions. They're watching the flanks towards B apartments. They have no one towards A, however. Nico's going to adjust that and just watch T spawn for any of those flanks coming through. But should be business as usual for FaZe. It looks like a B split will be set up eventually, going to clear out CPL. That's the flash I wanted to see. So many teams don't flash CPL. It really irritates me. That's the way to do it. And it's one of those difficult positions to flash out. You don't use any utility. Yeah. Rain's having no problem this round. Nice double kill towards that connector. And it's up to Gade, who is looking for one. Not going to get it. Clean sweep, almost guaranteed. And there it is. 7-4. North with the eco, get no kills or any damage, but now they have enough for rifles again, but no Yugi AWP. He can't even get the glass cannon. Has to be the AUG again.
Watching plays like that from Nico, Fallen was reacting like that earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like they're running on like a different OS. I feel like they're straight up Windows 10.
Okay,
And
go
I'm
on.
Windows ME.
Windows ME, that was a good one.
Was that a good one?
Yeah, that was one of my favorites back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, okay, back in the day. I'm just saying I'm feeling a little dated here. Granddad aim. And at the moment, we aren't going to be seeing too much from the CTs because they're about to be tested through a very aggressive Olaf. Charges all the way up, not afraid to make steps, and he continues to do so. Not keep making any secret of his presence, but that's because the brunt of the force is about to explode on towards B. Gade can't even get one. Guardian supporting with the flash. But this act looks like it could be a short one. Straight in, bomb down. No way in. There's a Molotov on one of the entrances. There's players on the other. Where do you go?
You go back towards T-Spawn by the looks of things. CT's having nothing to do with this round. Olofmeister on the hunt, though, to try and catch any of these players saving weapons. Kiabi very aware of it. He'll be holding a nice position here. If Olof comes out, he is certainly going down. I say certainly. A little bit of a meal, but he devours him in the end. And it's going to be smoked down. He'll be able to grab the AK at least. He's going to have that no problem. 4-on-4, but the round is over. A quick B play there from FaZe and focusing towards Gade, who is there anchoring alone. And unfortunately for him, when the Molotov lands in that van spot, as soon as you smoke it out, sure, you'll protect yourself from the flames, but it tells them exactly where you are. It can spray you down, and you really are done for.
Right.
So unfortunate there for Gade, and they do lose Yugi in the process. His money has been abysmal throughout this first half, so he is struggling in that department. He'll be now on $2,900. They've got 3 weapons up. Another timeout, I would say, required here to work out which is going to be the best approach in round number 13 here. FaZe look very comfortable. A map that seems to suit their playstyle. It's a lot more natural to them, and I dare say Yugi could just take a P250 at most here. At 5.7 he's gone for. I think he was dropped it as well. He didn't even buy that. So he wants to get that AWP out. They know they need him coming online on this map. It's an AWP's paradise, and AZ from middle. He's got a slight gap there. He takes Olofmeister to kick things off. They've got a chance in this round now.
It's not the first time we've seen North get the opening pick through a gap in the window smoke. Is that coming from FaZe?
So I'm not sure if he's throwing the incendiary at the start to give him that. Next round we'll watch AZ and see whether he's denying that. You can throw the CT incendiary down before the window smoke lands, and it gives you that gap.
Yeah.
It doesn't land the way it's intended to. So I assume that's what he's doing because that gap shouldn't exist.
It's happened twice. We'll see. Kirby, nice catch onto Nico before things get too out of control towards short. A smoke of his own to enable him to exit window. As the smoke, rather, the bomb is picked up. They're going to start walking back towards through T-Spawn. Rain, it could not be further from his teammates now, but he does have the element of surprise, and Kirby is exactly that. So a 3v3 with Rain deep behind enemy lines. Neo has the responsibility of just clearing through ramp, making sure there's no curveballs to be thrown while this bomb is on its way. The escort mission continues. 40 seconds. The CT's still hesitant. Rain has done so much by just existing.
Yeah, A side completely open at this point. You've got Guardian towards Palace, Neo at the bomb at A ramp, and the only CTs on that side of the map is Vauda. He has got the AUG at least. That's something. Yugi gives up his spot from the vent, and the fact he's done that, he won't be finding a frag there now. Vauda knows he has to try and deny the plan here. 20 seconds remaining. Gade has a chance here. That kill had to be a quick one. Not going to happen. Down he goes. Good footwork there from Rain. Bomb planted. Should be the round. We'll see if Vauda has anything to say about it.
I think the answer is in their movement. They are staying as a unit, perhaps going to have a little glance at jungle, see if they can get a quick one onto Rain. But look at that angle from him. That angle is hard to beat. It does look like they're just going to be hoping to catch someone from the FaZe clan in pursuit of frags. Rain knows it, and so that's going to be 9 then for FaZe clan. Very impressive stuff from them. Looked a little lost, a little scattered, but Rain alone, just the fact that he had got so far into A, it didn't matter about the drama and the dust elsewhere.
So yes, this has been a fantastic T side so far from FaZe. Remember though, in Inferno, their CT side is where they struggled. So we're getting excited. This is looking very good for them. They need to make sure they close all these rounds out now. 9, I would say, yeah, sure, that sounds great, but don't take your foot off the gas at all. Keep your eye on the prize here. Need to make sure you close it out. Aim for that 11-4. And timeout will come through here for North. They're going to be going for 9-6, of course. If they get it, they'll be fine with that. That's enough. It's not the strongest map in their pool, but the way they play their T sides, it's very effective. And if they can keep up the star potential of AZ and Gade, the rounds he's had, it could be a very close finish here. We'll see as this timeout comes through, a chance to discuss their options here. And FaZe, they know there'll be adjustment coming through now. So this is normally a caller's dream. If you're near right now, you know you've got them on the ropes. Everything you're throwing at them seems to be working. Your players are hitting your shots. You're winning the clutches. They've taken a timeout. They're going to be adjusting, and they're almost certainly bring out the AWP. Where will that AWP go? They've watched the demos. They know the tendencies of Yugi. He likes to play Connect. He likes to play Window. But does he go to positions like Palace and B Apartments? We will see if he wants to keep the standard. He heads towards the window position, so he will be there. And it looks like the A execution is coming in straight away here from FaZe. Good smoke from Valda. Actually, it's not too great. It's a huge gap. Lands on the Molotov.
It's not going to stop them. They're charging. A bit of a pack roll themselves. FaZe giving North a taste of their own medicine. Just a unit, and that's a perfect gap to exploit. So many. And AZ, you really got to be careful, man. You're cooking. He's flashed. He's screaming. But he's alive. And fortunately, Gade is too. He manages to catch Guardian but not stop the plant, and so still problems for the Danes. A Molotov could be a problem for AZ. So low after his initial encounter with it.
Oh, Olof wins these, Alex.
Just in time, he's going to be able to get down that ladder. Smoke's going to cover the cross perfectly as well. AZ is switched on.
He's looking very good today, I have to say. And it will be his second kill of the round, down to 10 HP from the Molotov, just dancing around the flames, and it looks like it will be enough, the pre-fire towards Shadow. And I like that from Olof. They knew exactly where he was towards Palace, so he gets down towards Shadow. He had the smoke covering, but the problem is you have so many lineups from the kind of layout, the map, you can work out exactly where that corner is, spray right down in towards Shadow. That's exactly where he was. Every single bullet hit him, and it will be North picking up the round as we get into the final of the half. FaZe have not had to take many ecos here at all. They have a nice full buy for the final round here at the half. Will they get double digits? That'll be a great asset going forward, but 9's still a decent half. Yugi, again, he hasn't been as dynamic as you'd like to see of an AWPer of his caliber. As you can see, he's locked out through smoke. Kind of takes him out of the round somewhat.
Well, that's an awkward death from Neo. A Molotov and caught in transition on the jump, and as I was going to say, the dust settles, it continues to fall. Kierby, oh, nice evasive maneuver, just falls straight into the jaws of Olof, though, and so the round goes on.
Yeah, did what he could, though. That was impressive to even have the presence of mind to drop down in that position. He's given them the advantage. Valda's got the bomb and T-spawn, and that is going to leave Olof Meister in an absolutely hellish position. A bit of an overcommitment from Valda. When you get the bomb down like that, sure, it's a great position, but you want to maybe stick together, fall back. But still, Olof Meister, a lot of work to do here. He has no idea there's any other CTs patrolling that bomb. He's a minute to work with here, and he's trying to sow the seeds of doubts in the minds of North. They have no idea if he has the bomb. They're assuming he does right now, which he does not. Problem is, sure, 50 seconds sounds like a long time, but he's going to have to walk almost everywhere now. By the time he gets the bomb, what are we talking? 25 seconds on the clock, and at that stage it's going to be difficult for him to really justify moving anywhere else but the A side through A ramp. We'll see whether that's the way he's going to head.
Like Valda's aggression, albeit he did perhaps overcommit, has done so much for the clock, so much for the round as a whole. He had to worry, he had to be cautious of a second man there, especially given how often they've been doing that. But 25 seconds, you said it. He's going to have to let go of walk. He's going to have to start making a noise, making a bit of a song and dance about it.
Okay, so he's thrown, I think, as just a random smoke to suggest, oh, I'm just going over towards the B side. This is a complete fake. Watch this. It's actually a really smart idea and has actually landed perfectly. If he's thrown it there on purpose and got the bomb down, that's so sick.
Oh, and he's not quite dead yet. 2 flashes if he wanted to make things awkward. 9 HP as the HE catches him. Bit of shrapnel in the Swede's shin. And caught as he on his way out.
I don't know for sure, but if he threw that smoke intentionally to land in the middle of the site and plant like that, that's so sick. That's really smart. But either way, it will be North picking up that final round. 9-6 at half, ladies and gentlemen. North are back on their feet. Could they get the 2-0? You're going to have to find out after this break.
see the world, and we are insistent to be small. Subdivide. I'll show you how it's done. There's no sight we go inside. The man is the one. You build your walls with faith in God. They never come around. Then wonder why we all defy the burden to be born. We're coming home with a mission to bring an end to a terrible land. We are here to your mission. We are many of one. We're coming home with a mission to tear you down from your undeserved throne. We can take your conviction. We are many of one. You may call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
FaZe Clan, they're one map down into Mirage. Up against North, and the Danes managed to equalize, close the gap just a little bit. 9-6, the lead heavily in favor of the European roster. And so it's time to see if FaZe can close this out. Will we see Dust 2? I say we, I'm Machine, he's Henry G. Wee! I couldn't think of another rhyme. Had something coming, but either way, the odds are shifting much less dramatically than Inferno. I think the number was about 10 by now. Instead, we are ready to rock and roll.
Well, North certainly are. They've got two P250s, a couple of smokes, two flashbangs. I assume those smokes will land in the default positions of the jungle and the steps, and they'll be aiming for frags after that. Indeed, those are the smokes we are expecting, and will they land the headshots? That's the more difficult part, Alex.
Yeah, that's the part that's still eluding me. Not for Nico, though. Nice work onto Yugi. Just backs away as well. Wants to make them sweat. Wants to make them work for it. Push. Get out into awkward fights. And so far, nothing awkward at all for the CTs. Nico, another one. Olof's there as well. They've gone onto the site. They got the bomb down, but that's about it. Nothing else to write home about. And Gade confirms it. Great work with the USPs. Great work from Nico.
Nico really doesn't want to go down without a fight, does he? 3 really precise kills there. He's had one hell of a second map. We said coming into Mirage, he's one to look out for, and he is certainly delivering. That's a fantastic one from him. It is going to be the bomb down, though. We're seeing a lot of top teams these days with bomb planted. They can bring out 2, maybe 3 rifles. The fact they only got a couple of kills there, it suggests they can only bring 2 AKs out, but they'll go over Galil instead. So maybe we still will the 3. So it is going to be an investment. I love this investment. I think it's really powerful. You get 1 AK, 1 Krieg, and 1 Galil. So if you get 2 more kills there, you could have had 3 AKs, right? But this is still strong. You have one player that gets nothing. In this case, it's Kiabi with Deagle, no armor. But you don't want to fire off these AKs until you absolutely have to. So there's a kill available.
It's happened again. This is it. The investment. He had all the nades and the SG. Now they litter the floor of Mirage.
Damn.
A full set gone, courtesy of the Scout. Nice work.
Yeah, that's not bad. You really do enjoy those sort of shots to kick things off. And now it's up to the short control of North, but that's quickly being taken care of by Olof and Nico. And Valda left in a 4-on-1. This round has done nothing for them.
Yeah, Guardian's feeling the spice. And now Valda, I think he's kind of resided himself to the fact that he may just want to have to do some economical damage here. Bomb's not necessarily retrievable. And I think Guardian might be on for his third scout frag here. He's actually upgraded to the Org, and no one's looking. And, well, thank God no one's looking, Guardian, because he took his time with that one. Finally does convert, and we have ourselves a fantastic opening gambit from FaZe Clan. Not only do they stand vigilant against a bit of a curveball buy you were excited about.
Yeah, it works a lot these days because the go-to setup on the CT side after winning the pistol is normally 2 rifles, 3 SMGs. You can bring out more rifles on that T side and really throw a spanner in the works. It is a risk. You do not get everything you need, but the firepower there, if you can slow it right down and ideally not get your head ripped off at the start, it can be a very good approach. But it's just unlucky. They were hoping that Guardian hits a body shot. They get the initial Krieg kill. Just a very nice shot from Guardian. Really shut them down there. So it's going to have to be the full eco here. 11-6, P250s only, no utility. Bit of a throwaway round. And if they get 1 kill, maybe 2, that would be a pretty massive success. If they get the bomb down, that's a bit of a dream come true. We'll see what is actually available to them here around 18.
Dreams do come true.
Sometimes.
Oof, this does look like more of a nightmare, though. Power of that weapon. He can just hold that line and tap away, just ripping through these unarmored Danish bodies.
Just to know as well, Chad said he wanted to see Neo transition from the A side to that B anchor role. It seems like that's exactly what he's doing right now. I think that is a very good call. The A bomb side, you need your best fraggers on there. It's one of the most difficult sides to hold in all of CS. And the B anchor is not an easy role by any stretch, but it's the least favored bomb side, right? It's the one you get the least amount of action there. You just need to get 1 frag, delay them, use your utility. So it makes sense to have your not necessarily, I don't know use the word weaker fragger, but someone who's not as capable as the likes of Nico and Rain, for example.
And just to back that up, you know, it's dollars and cents, right? You just think about it like in the sense that if you wanted one player to be rotating into the site more often than not, it's not going to be Nico, it's not going to be Guardian, it's not going to be Rain. You have to think logically that's an awkward role to play. There's no denying it. Poor Chad knows about it. He was playing the back and forth player of Cobblestone, and he's reminded me of that yearly, of how unfun that was.
Well, there we go. It is going to be now 12-6. North will have AKs finally, but no AWP again. Money has been such an issue for Yugi. He hasn't got going with that AWP. They've just shut him down every single opportunity as a strong nade comes in towards middle, does a boatload of damage towards Gade, down to 55. And Yugi, he'll take some residual damage as well. FaZe look very strong right now, Alex.
He's in trouble. Nice work from Rain. He did actually manage to catch him just as the Molotov did Plume. Not too much damage yet. Aggression elsewhere. Poor Gade is going to have some PTSD. That's twice he's tried to go up top mid. He's either had a scout in his face or 2 nades thrown in his direction. Down to 55 for the rest of the round. He's closing in on 16. Dust 2 is on the horizons if they can keep this up. Another one for Gade. The walking magnet. Not dead, not down, and not out. Look at Kiyerby. This could be the linchpin to somewhat of a rather interesting round. Rain versus Kiyerby. I say that as he goes Palace. Did he make sound? Rain hasn't reacted.
Rain has got full control, though. You can see he's just playing for information right now. He's not going for a kill. As soon as he detects a threat with 30 seconds remaining, that'll be a godlike smoke and throw it. Down it goes. What can you do now? That's such a strong play from him. He's not going for the highlight reels. He's going for the round victories here. I like that a lot. Neo, nice play with the Krieg. And it's Yugi getting another kill on the board, this time with the AK-47. 4 versus 3. They know those players isolated towards Tetris here, but it looks
14.
like such a compromised situation. You're running out of time here, North. 9 seconds. They didn't detect the second player there towards Tetris. Round over, and it will be 13-6 to FaZe. Another interesting stat coming through here. So we talked about Yugi not having much impact to the AWP so far. He currently has 17 kills. 7 of those are with the AWP. So it goes to show you, he hasn't necessarily been playing a bad game. It's just he's the star AWP of this squad, right? And we're playing Mirage. You're up against Guardian. We need this guy to come online and actually post big numbers with the sniper rifle. That has not happened so far. So it's difficult to see that. It has been a financial issue more than anything. But FaZe looking much stronger in the fragging department. Here on Mirage seems to be suiting their playstyle a lot better.
And they've managed to stifle a star.
Yeah.
I mean, Yugi, if he is getting that AWP pumped into him as his whim, he can do so much damage, especially on the CT side. Didn't. Now FaZe are extending their lead on their CT side of their own. Bit more of a bread and butter approach now from North. The pack roll is back. And let's see how far it gets them. The nade didn't do too much. They laughed that one off. The smokes do keep them at bay as they gain a whole lot of control. But this is where rounds can either completely turn on its head or can go as expected. Bomb down, man advantage, it's good. What's FaZe's plan to return, though? Molotovs going to be forcing Kirby into a bit of a tight spot. Smoked in response from Yugi. Guardian catches them on the aggress towards CT. He's keeping his teammates safe. Valda's going for a bit of an around-the-world play. It does seem like Olof might be cognizant of it, or he did have a glance towards it. Now Neo pushing in. Yugi's just using that smoke as cover. Nice work from Gade onto Rain. The numbers now on North. Yugi's not going to see it. The adjustment. My goodness. That's the end of the round. Just like that, FaZe, they will not find 14. And North, the first time they group up, throw their bodies at a site, it works.
Yeah, that was the pretty standard A execution coming in there. Very clean round. 4 players survive. As you can see in the picture-in-picture play there, they got all 5 players towards the end. Down but not out. 13-7. North finally start getting some rounds here on the T side. We'll see if they can keep it up. That is their first after a 4-0 deficit here on their T side. Tactical timeout for FaZe Clan as they use their first, actually. Here's the replay from Guardian as he shows us what he's capable of with the sniper rifle. Could barely see Kiabi there. This flick, though, from Yugi was very impressive. Like we said, hasn't really had much impact with the AWP, but we'll see if he can keep it up with the rifle. This time he has got the AWP, as now we get into round 21. 10 frags to his name.
I love that we've started to integrate just very low, admittedly, but team comms, just so I can hear the nature in which Valda's talking.
Yeah, I agree. We'll never know what they're saying,
No.
but yes, the language says it all. That kind of the way they're speaking and they're kind of holding themselves. They have been working a lot on the mental side of their game. Danish teams historically have struggled with closing out leads and finding themselves in compromised positions, and morale can be an issue. But some of the resources available now in these Danish organizations, they've definitely been working on it. You can see it working out for them as an aggressive stance from FaZe comes in towards that A ramp. Nades exchange. 80 will take the brunt of the damage, down to 71 there, and up to Neo to patrol towards short. It's Rain with the UMP probing that ramp position.
He has been getting that information quicker and more effectively than most. Nico, rarity, but he's caught off guard. Caught in transition, flashbanged in the middle of nowhere, and Kirby was there to profit. Now, that Molotov is going to force Neo's eyes off Connector, but force him straight into the eyes of Valda. That's the bomb loose on short. That's going to be getting FaZe moving and shaking just a little bit to accommodate. What's the plan here, Rain? Wait for the smoke to clear. He will be responsible for middle. Expecting a B lean, and rightfully so.
Advantage to North, but they are on the T side here. It's not clear as to where they're finishing up. Right now, bombs heading towards T spawn, suggest an A split. That might confirm things. Giabi with a nice kill towards the window position. That's Rain, who was once again hunting for a bit of intel. He will be punished for it, but it's the double AWP setup. This can still be a win, but only if they go towards the B side. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Olof Meister gives up his spot. Fires off the AWP towards the B side of the map, so that should confirm things. North will plant towards A. Maybe not straight away. They're still going to smoke and make sure it's absolutely clear and get that plant down. But it's another round on the board for them, and money is actually starting to dwindle for the FaZe side. If they save both AWPs, they'll get a buy out of this next round, absolutely. But that's if both survive, and it looks like that'll be the case. It's not like North are exactly high-rolling right now. They need to establish their own finances, but double AWP is always going to be valuable to take to the next round. It's a very powerful setup on Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough. That's the round. You get a couple of 5-7s close if you have to make sacrifices. That's terrifying.
Even if you don't want to invest into this one, just getting Deagles, like you said, 5-7s around 2 AWPs, especially when you've got Guardian there, it's definitely enough to win a round. He'll go for a quick pick somewhere.
Where does the second AWP go nowadays? I know Nico flirts with it, or is it still kind of flexible?
On the FaZe side, Olof Meister likes to pick it up a lot. More and more these days, but traditionally Nico, yes. But they're very different play styles. Olof Meister is more of what we discussed with Taco earlier.
Yeah.
He'll hold bomb sites and just hit the shots that really have to be landed.
Nico's called Zera. It works.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good analogy. So it's going to be Olof holding on to it. He's got the armor. They're not going to swap that around, but interesting to see whether they want to fully invest into this. Considering the scoreline, the buffer they have in terms of rounds, they don't need to force into it. P250s, a Deagle or 2, that would be enough. Very disciplined. They don't really bring much at all. Rain doesn't spend any dollars here. I'd have liked a PT50 drop from maybe Guardian or Olof just to kind of boost their chances. But still, like I said, there's definitely a chance to win this round as both orbs focus towards middle for now. It's Olof Meister holding short. Guardian rotating now back towards CT spawn. And that's a good position to be in because they're going for another A execution here. The problem is we know those smokes are coming down, flashes and nades towards that position. He might not be able to stop them here. But if ever there was a sniper to do it, my friend Alex, he could be the one.
Guardian
now.
He's going to have smokes thrown in every direction. I mean, what gaps does he have?
like
A
this.
teammate boost is exactly what could have been. Could have been.
Yeah.
There was enough of a glance from North. He didn't want to take the chance, and there is just another on the other side of the smoke. Kirby pushes through. He's looking for two. No. Rain. He's going to be able to pick up that. I was going to say AK. AK in his hands now, though. And Olof managed to find a frag onto AZ as well. They started with just 2 weapons, and now the bodies are dropping. Another. Neo with the P250. Olof's got another with the AWP. FaZe are making this work.
Oh my goodness, it's up to Yugi now in the 3 versus 1. We said the double orbs could be enough, and Neo confirms it with a clinical headshot towards the Tetris position. Neo with 2, Olof with 2, Rain with the final kill there in CT spawn, and it's the A execution. It looked like it was enough. The smoke was there, they denied the boost, but still the retake too powerful, all those orb shots landing. It's 14-8, there is a buy there for North, and remember it's Dust 2 next. What a map that's going to be. North have been playing that so much recently with a high win percentage as well, and FaZe feel like that's their home map. That's going to be a banger if we get there, which is looking likely.
It's looking good, and I'm not going to be upset if we do go 3. While the timeout's called, or it looks like a timeout at least in my perspective.
It is, but they're talking, so yeah, it must be a tactical timeout indeed.
So with that said, just as a thought experiment,
Go for it.
if you're Valder and you know there's 2 AWPs saved, they're probably not going to buy around them. What's the call? Is it A smokes?
That's pretty
the
much
call.
that's the perfect call. You want to go for an A execution like he did, and they got the smokes down there. The bomb was planted, but sometimes
FaZe Clan.
the FaZe Clan, right? They're going to boost over. They're going to find gaps. Every execution will have exploits in it, right? We always see those steps and jungle smokes, right? We saw AZ in the first half. There's always that tiny gap that's available to you. If you give an inch to FaZe, they'll take a mile every single time. And Olof, great AWPer, really coming into his own with that weapon, delivered the frags required. Can he do enough though to close out the game? He still holds onto the sniper. 4 players towards A want to get another execution, so they know they're up against the double AWPs now. So this is just going back to your point. They are fully aware of it at this point. So they go for another execution, maybe a contact play, so they could throw flashes over and just try and get Guardian out of position and then swarm him. Is that going to be the approach? I think it is. The way they're set up right now, it's not for smokes. Valder probably just throws a flash over for them. Here comes a flash. Once he throws it, then it's going balls to the wall and getting in there. There's the flash. Gets Guardian, and it's enough. It gets him off the mark. That's what they needed.
And now Yugi can hold the line. They're held. Of course, he does have Rain. He's been hitting the gym recently. Bodyguard Rain keeping Guardian. Well, I was going to say, safe and sound. Quite the contrary. Rain does trade, though. That's Yugi gone. Now with the bomb down, numbers do favor FaZe Clan, but North, with that bomb down and with this spread, it's going to be a hard graft for FaZe to clear all of this. And look at Gade. He's probably going to catch Neo here. Just playing the waiting game, and oh, he looks a bit silly. Neo catches him. Time's still ticking away, though, but only 2 remain. Valder, he's going to have to hold this cross. He's already flashed off, but the AWP has to connect. AZ, he's more of a contingency plan at this point, and well, that's over. And so is the round. That's going to be 15 for FaZe Clan. They handled 2 back-to-back A hits with ease.
Yeah, and it makes sense. This goes back to that point. North know they're up against those double snipers. It makes sense. You want to drop all those smokes all over the site, try and avoid the AWPs, but this time just couldn't even really find frags. They get the bomb plant down. The loss bonus will keep them in contention for buys. But here's the replay. Yugi versus Guardian. Guardian does go down at this point, but unless they win the round, that kill, it's in vain. Unfortunately, Yugi hasn't had many on Mirage so far with the AWP. Hoping that would be enough, not quite. One more will do it, take us to Dust 2. And as I built up, that should be one hell of a map. Both of these teams very well versed on it. You don't see it too often as a third map decider, so that's going to be a really fantastic one. We're almost certainly going to it now, unless North can pull off something. It'll be not close to a miracle at this point.
You were so desperately looking for another word for impossible. Bless you. Yes. The nasty tweets saying he does it a lot have got to him.
I know. So a miracle.
A miracle. That's the one. Let's use miracle for a while, then they'll get mad at that. Looks like a good tag, though. Olof did tag up Valder. Kirby's in trouble as well. You said miracle. I mean, they truly do need almost a reincarnation at this point.
Yeah. Divine intervention required. We will see. AZ will be towards Palace. Valder's low. They've lost the initial player back towards A. It seems like that's all they've got left in the tank. The strat book's falling apart. It's in tatters right now. Olof Mice is actually pushed up towards the B apartments. He's getting all the intel in the world and maybe a free kill as well. Kiabi won't see this coming. Noise made. Guaranteed frag. You're just going to have to go towards A now. The game is up. They know exactly where you are. They're starting to rotate back in towards the A site, and it looks like it should be done here. Guardian wants to confirm things quickly. Don't even let them get close to that bomb site. 16-8 looking almost guaranteed at its stage. stage. 1 HP on AZ. Valdi not far behind as he'll make his way through. The flashbang is fantastic. That's not bad. His teammate goes down in the process. 2 versus 1 begins with the in-game leader, former star player of this squad. 13 kills to his name right now as he sneaks through towards B.
He does this. 19 seconds. He's Neo just as Neo started to consider it. He's looking at it right now, but that's going to be enough for the bomb plant. Valda has a shot at the 1v2.
He really does. If he had a smoke right now, that would boost his chances dramatically, but he knows he has to play some heads-up CS here. He can't just sit in the B apartments and try and play off the bomb. He has to hope they overlook a position like this. It's a play you don't expect. It's a position that's checked a lot, but maybe not in this scenario.
Neo and Nico, they're checking the corners. Neo does his due diligence, and we've got ourselves a third map. FaZe Clan, they pick it up. 16-8, the defuse will come in. It's confirmed. We're going to 3, and they stabilize after what many thought would be a bit of a confidence shaker on Inferno.
Yeah, they were rattled. They couldn't get going on Inferno whatsoever. They were shut down at the B bomb site time and time again on their CT side, but they've got it together. Nico with 25.